Hello, Precision. This is me. How are you guys doing today?
Hello, Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Monday morning. It is Cinco de Mayo. Yes, it is May the 5th, 2025, and it is 5:56 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. It feels fairly good outside. The sun is still shining. It's pretty warm. It's pretty decent.
Mexican holiday?
I believe it is. Spanish, Mexican, I guess. But anywho, I'm just sitting here relaxing. I wish I had a car. Can y'all get out of my camera? First of all, move. This is my video. Go do what y'all been doing.
Right.
Unless y'all feel like y'all need to chime in on something.
I do.
Later on. They was out here playing basketball. They want me to come out here and watch them play with the basketball and the football. And that's what I'm out here doing. Ah! Come here! My granddog's outside too. But anywho. Come here, Cosmo. Here's Cosmo, guys. They keep going in the backyard getting dirty. They need to get a bath tonight. Damn, hit my titty.
Oh my god.
But anywho, y'all ever sat and talked to somebody and Lavin? Y'all ever sat, oh, I'm sorry, and talk to somebody? Don't mess with my phone. And you can just tell that they feel a certain way about the way that they treated you or talked to you or mishandled you or something of that nature. I was talking earlier today and I was really trying to express myself. But you know, don't y'all see I'm doing something or no? But I was expressing my feelings about a certain situation, and you could just tell, like, when somebody do some fucked up shit to you, or they talk about you and they don't really know you, or they dogging you out and they don't really know shit about you and shit like that. And or they done fucked around. You know how if you're in a relationship and let's say you and the person who you're talking to, y'all happen to get into an argument or something, and they say don't put your family in the business, especially if you plan on getting back with this person or something like that, because the family will end up talking about that person or hating that person, and then when you ready to start talking back to that person, your family will be all up in the business voicing their opinions and shit. I was kind of talking to Tobias earlier, and I was just talking to him about a few things or whatever. And I had mentioned the fact that, like, in the dating situation, dating world, dating relationship and stuff like that, everybody knows that I'm single. I haven't had a man in a very long time, since me and my baby daddy broke up, and that was 9 years ago. Granted, I've talked to people in between then. I've never had a man. I've been pretty much focusing on myself and my kids, because as a single mother, it's kind of like hard not to. So I was pretty much doing that. After me and Al had broke up or whatever, I had talked to a few other people, clearly, because I have a 5-year-old son, and I just said that that was over 9 years ago. So, of course, I mingled around or whatever, but I've never been in a relationship since. I haven't had a man since. Nothing solid, set in stone, or anything like that. But a large portion of that, too, is because people was just going around spreading all type of rumors about me. And it's just like, hate, for real. And a lot of people be like, well, what you got to hate on? You don't even got nothing for nobody to hate on you. It's my spirit. It's just my personality. It's just who I am. And people will hate that. Sometimes people will hate you just because you're you. So I was talking to Tobias about that earlier or whatever, just voicing my opinions, venting and expressing myself about certain shit. And I was like, you know, it was a time, Tobias and I, we've been coming up to a year of knowing each other. And granted, when we first started talking, or when we first met, I had just met him. He was talking to other females. I was in the midst of talking to other guys. I was just now starting to step back into like the dating world per se. So it was like a guy that I was talking to that I was like, you know, having relations with or whatever. And then it was a couple of guys who had my phone number. And then I happened to meet Tobias. So when I met him, I was still talking to the one guy who I was, you know, fucking around with from time to time. And then it was Tobias. So it was a short amount of time that I figured out, like, oh, I don't really want to fuck with Tobias. So I kind of like cut everybody else off that I was talking to or whatever. And because I don't like, quote unquote, dating people, multiple people at once, because I don't got time for that. It'd be hard to keep up with shit. Like, I don't know how people be pimping and playing and having multiple girlfriends and all that, lying to them and all that type of shit. I don't got time for that. So I was like, okay, I only want to talk to Tobias right now. And I pretty much kind of like cut everybody else off, and I was just giving him my time. And you know, he didn't believe that. But he's not the only person who ever did that to me. It's been a couple of guys who, when I really started liking them, I was only fucking with them and talking to them. But they just couldn't believe that. They just thought I was some hoe or something. Or just like a lady up the streets, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can't just be young and beautiful or whatever the case may be without people just assuming that you a hoe and that you fuck with multiple niggas and shit like that. But anywho, I was telling him like, oh, I only talk to you right now. I'm only fucking with you. And he like, oh, well, you know, you don't got a lot of me, Leah, blase, splee. And now I understand why guys be like, well, if a bitch gonna keep on accusing me of cheating, I'm just gonna start cheating. Or something like that. Even though that wasn't my form of thinking, I understand why guys feel that way now. Like, damn, how come every time, or why is it that every time I tell a nigga like, oh, well, I really like you, so I don't even want to fuck with you, they don't ever believe me. And they just think that I'm out here fucking with multiple niggas and shit. Like, I can't even have male friends without them thinking that I'm fucking with them. Or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Months go by. I'm only fucking with him. Months and months and months go by. And I'm really falling for him. Like, really feeling him a lot. So I asked him, and I'm like, Tobias, you know, we've been talking for X amount of months or whatever. I really like you. Blase splee, you the only person I'm talking to at the moment. You know, what you want to do with me? What you want to do with me? Or, you know, blase splee. And he like, oh, well, we cool doing what we doing now, just being friends or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Like 2 or 3 more months go past or whatnot. I asked the same question, like, okay, hey, are we gonna like get into a relationship? Are we gonna date or anything like that? And this is after. Now it's after I had moved into my house or whatever. And it was still a no, you know, no, we just cool, we just friends, you know, blase splee. So I'm like, okay. And after me asking that for the second time and getting the confirmation of, okay, no, we're never going to be anything more than friends, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should just start dating, I guess. Like, what would be the point of me saving myself or being really liking somebody who never sees a future with me, right? Other than outside of being friends, smoking buddies, and somebody who he like to come and talk to when he feel like it or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I should start dating again. I don't know. And, you know, see where that gets me. And when I say dating, I'm not going out getting on dating apps or going out specifically looking for a man to talk to. I'm just saying if the universe happens to bump me into somebody that I feel like I can vibe with, then I'll see where it goes. But I'm not looking, per se. You know, I'm a pretty friendly person. I got a good spirit. I'm really on this earth for a mission, and that's just to, like, help people. Come on, laugh. That's to, like, help people in many different ways. So, you know, I don't be tripping. I'd be relaxing. But after he had confirmed for the second time that we were not going to be in any type of relationship or anything like that, I'm like, okay. So, you know, I give out my number to people who I actually potentially would like to talk to, maybe, or I think that they're interesting and we could probably be friends or maybe something else. I'm not sure. So you know, I go out one day, just having a little bit of fun or whatever, mixing, mingling, you know, chilling, relaxing, getting some fresh air, whatnot, and I'm having a drink, having a smoke or whatever with this guy. He's pretty cool, people in Blase Esprit. And you know, one thing leads to another, blase. And because I expressed so much to Tobias and I talked to him like he's my man / friend, I was telling him, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I went out, blah blah blah, and one thing led to another. But you know, that kind of made me realize that I really do like you, because in the midst of me, you know, having a good time, because I was having a good time with somebody else, I was still thinking about you. Like, granted, I was having a good time, I was still thinking about him. And then when it got time to having grown festivities, it's space and opportunity everywhere but by me. When I was telling him that, I'm like, yeah, one thing led to another. Just being honest, open, and talking to him. And I could kind of tell, like, that's probably not really what he wanted to hear per se. But you know, he responded in a way that a man would respond who ain't a hater. But you know, I could just hear in his voice something different. You know, like if I was looking him face to face or something, I would probably be like, oh, do I leave now, or you know, did I piss him off? But being that we were on the phone, you know, I could just hear the tone change in his voice or whatever. But under the same breath, he be acting like he don't care about me. And like saying stuff to me like, oh, I don't care what you do, or you know, I mean, I ain't no hating ass nigga if you feel like fucking another nigga. It's like, that's so crazy to me, because me, on the other hand, I'm not saying no shit like that. Like, that's not how I feel. But you can't force nobody to feel the same way that you feel. So anywho, you know, I had a good time or whatever, and I was telling him that I went out to enjoy myself further.
We should make this our game.
And that make the situation like
you catch mine
even more awkward, because now it's like, okay, well, you know, well, I told you, I knew that you wasn't the only person. I mean, I wasn't the only person that you was talking to, but really you were, until you kept telling me that I was never going to be nothing to you. Then I decided to step out, and I can't even call it stepping out, because what am I in other than a situationship that is crazy? It's like, I don't like being confused. You know, one minute it be seeming like you like me, the next minute it seems like he hates me, the next minute it seems like he working with all the rest of the people who be working against me, trying to make it seem like I'm this way and I'm not. And you're sitting around me and you're getting to know me, so you see exactly who I am as a woman and everything. And it's like, damn, is you falling for me, but you can't fall for me because you got all this other shit going on, and your family and friends don't want you talking to me, but you like me, so you keep coming around me, but you can't really do too much with me because you got other shit going on, and you got kids and family and friends who don't agree with you talking to me per se. So it makes things awkward. Or like, are you on this assignment? You can't talk to me, but you really like me, or what is the case? You know, what is the situation? It's very difficult. And I was talking to him about that, talking to him about a lot of different things or whatever. But we also got to talking about finances and whatnot. And he was like, something pertaining to somebody else, like, oh yeah, but she just want people to take care of her. Like, she'll get a man for a minute and he'll take care of her, but after a few months he'll start taking care of her, and then she'll be trying to get back with me or whatever. And we was talking about like baby mamas and baby daddies, but I had explained to Tobias like, oh well, you know, my baby daddies ain't never got to really worry about me trying to get back into their personal space, because they already showed me that they don't want to be with me. So I'm not the bitch that's going back fucking on my baby daddies, and my baby daddies don't come fucking with me and shit. Like, we all got a mutual agreement that we don't fuck around. So I don't fuck my baby daddies, and I don't be trying to. I don't even think about it. Like, it doesn't even cross my mind at all. And I have handsome baby daddies, you know, like, you know, I just don't think about the shit in no type of way, not in a lustful way or anything like that. We're not together anymore. We strictly do this for the kids. And I only talk to one of my baby daddies, and I don't even talk to him, so that's crazy. That's how much I don't fuck with baby daddies. Mines, per se. They're in relationships, happily married, or whatever the case may be, and I'm cool with that. But dating is difficult, and I was telling him, like, you know, in my younger days, I used to be working extra hard, overtime, doing this, doing that, and I'll be buying guys this and buying guys that. We were talking about like holidays as far as Mother's Day, Father's Day, and things like that. And he was like, Mother's Day weekend coming up. I'm like, oh damn, like I didn't even know. I know it's in May, but my mom's deceased, my grandmother's deceased. Don't nobody buy me nothing as a mama, so it's like I be forgetting about Mother's Day now. I don't have a boyfriend who got a mama. Like when me and Al was together, I would buy his mama stuff for Mother's Day, and she and I would do things on Mother's Day together. Like me and Mama D would do stuff. We would go to Mother's Day brunches and stuff. We would buy each other things and stuff like that. But I'm not dating Al no more. I haven't seen Mama D in years, so I be forgetting about Mother's Day or whatever. And I don't buy nobody nothing for Father's Day because my kid's daddy's not around for me to be buying nobody anything for Father's Day. You know? And my father is deceased. So I was talking to him about that, and I was like, you know, it's not that I don't want to buy guys things and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know how they say you can't let situations from one relationship roll over to your next relationship and stuff like that. Well, I was that female who was working and doing this and doing that, and now I'm the female that's kind of like tired, and I want a man who can do something for me. And that means I need a man who got some money. And if you don't have enough money to comfortably add me into your life, I understand that. And I'm not calling you broke or wrong or anything like that. You just don't want to do it, and I'm okay with that. I can't argue with you about that. It's not your responsibility to take care of me. It would always be a choice. And when I say take care of me, I just mean
I'll be back.
Make sure I'm straight, because I refuse to be working like a Hebrew slave. So, okay, leave them alone.
Right.
I refuse to be a Hebrew slave. Is what all I'm saying. And I know that I was supposed to be well off by now, like me and my children, and people kept on stealing from me, even to this day, even on these platforms and shit. So I'm not about to go to work and work like no Hebrew slave, and everybody else is making money off of me. And being that I know that, can't nobody convince me that I'm a deadbeat mama, or that I need to go and get a job, or that I should be living like this or living like that, coming from the mouths of motherfuckers that have been stealing and lying about me. And I was telling that to Tobias. And I'm like, so if I could bump into a guy and he don't understand that because he don't know my story, I understand that. And if I bump into a guy who like, oh, well, I'm not about to be no nigga that's paying all the bills and stuff, blase, I understand that too. But I need a nigga that is going to do that. Especially since I don't have it. And I'm not about to go and work like no Hebrew slave to get something that I should have been had. Like, I was looking at houses, deeds, papers, and all that type of shit. I had deeds of houses in my name. People keep on stealing. But people want me to be out here paying $1,200, $1,600 rent and shit. Hell in the fuck no. Hell in the fuck no. I done had 3 different houses where my names was on deeds, and the city keeps stealing them. And the city think I'm gonna pay them rent. Lavin and Cosmo, get over here. Don't stop and look at me like that.
Get them.
Badass motherfuckers. I keep saying I don't know if the dog's worse than the kids or the kids worse than the dogs.
The dogs, because we don't even go in this. We don't even run in the street.
Yeah, I was telling him that, and I never said that I didn't want to go to work again. It's just certain stuff I'm not working for. And I was telling him, like, I'll get a job. I was talking to Tobias, like, I'll get a job, and it's going to be for me to be able to provide and take care of my kids, but I ain't doing it here, is what I'm saying. Like, if I get a job here in the state of Michigan, I'm going to work that bitch and save up and go somewhere else where I can live in peace, because I don't live in peace with all this fuckery going on. And by the time I have to do that and do it all by myself, I'm not gonna be interested in dating a nigga who watched me do everything by myself. And then like, oh, well, she got a job now, so yeah, okay, we can date. I'm just not doing it. Like, if you met me at this time when I'm getting this job now, then that's cool. But if you knew me beforehand and you watched me struggle and you didn't care to help me through my struggle, but then you want to come back around when I'm okay, I'm not going to be interested in wanting to talk to you, date you, be your family member, your cousins, your friend, or nothing like that. I'm going to consider you to be an associate, somebody that I knew at one point in time, who we crossed paths at a time where I wasn't good enough for you. It's just how I'm going to look at it. And I'm okay with that too. And I don't hold grudges. Throw that shit the other way, because I better not get hit with that ball. But I'm just not going to hold the grudges. And I was telling that to Tobias. Like, I ain't a gold digger or a user. He should know that I ain't asked him for shit or got shit for him for a whole motherfucking year. But I genuinely be getting to know people. Like, I even got to get to know you before I can feel comfortable asking you for shit. You know? So, I don't know. But I need a nigga who got money. I'm not about to be talking to nobody who don't. And if that means I'm gonna be single, then I'm gonna be single, and I ain't mad about that either. Like I just said, I've been single 9 years. It's about to be 10 years that I've been single. So, you know, I just be paying attention to certain shit. But you can tell when you start talking to people and they don't get to know you before they start running their mouth about you and shit like that. And that's how I feel like Tobias is. And I was telling him about my friend Black too. And I was like, that's how my friend Black is. Like, I haven't seen him in months and shit. And I know why I haven't seen him in months. I haven't seen him in months because he was running his motherfucking mouth talking about some shit that he didn't know about. And people be feeling some type of way when they be stealing from you and shit. And they think that you don't know. And I was telling him, I'm like, that's why I haven't talked to Black. I don't know if Black think that I don't know why he haven't been talking to me, but I do. And it's been that with the last couple of guys that I've been talking to. It's like they all get paid to not talk to me, or they get paid to turn on me or do some weird ass shit to me or spread some lies about me or some shit like that. And it be people who my family be sending to date me and shit. But under the same breath, these same niggas be falling in love with me and shit. But they can't go to the next level because you got paid to come into my life to fuck over me and shit. Or you was stealing from me. So now you feel some type of way. And then, like, imagine how could you be a nigga who I could fuck with and then you was stealing from me, but you just under the same breath, you trying to tell me how I need to get a job. And then some of these niggas just don't want a bitch who even got more money than them in the first place. Another reason that people was stealing from me. So when guys be trying to make me feel some type of way or something like that, even females or guys, mamas, like they bitch ass mamas that don't be knowing what the fuck they be talking about and shit. They mamas who really be spending up all their money and is the real gold digger in their life and shit. It be them. It be them, the way people will talk about you. So then when they finally take the time to actually get to know who you are, they done fucked up the whole relationship because they let their family and friends tell them what to do. They went off some he said, she said before they got to know a bitch. They started running their mouth trying to be with the in crowd, and now you look stupid as fuck. So how could you even talk to some motherfucking body? Because you gonna look fake and phony to the people who you was running off at the mouth to. And it's only common sense. And I can see it. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. And you can look dead in the motherfucking eyes and read them. And niggas be looking sorry in the eyes. And they be looking sorry in the eyes because they know that they did fucked up shit for no motherfucking reason. Listening to everybody else. And that's a lot of reasons that people don't be in relationships as well. Because they be letting their family, friends, and everybody else tell them what the fuck to do. And they be too motherfucking grown to be trying to sneak around and go see somebody else. But I have relationships like that. And that is so crazy. People really be trying to sneak and see me. Like, I want to be around you so bad. I want to be around you so bad, but the family, the friend, they said, and I'll be okay with it. I'll be like, okay. And then sometimes it's like they be mad that I be okay with it. Well, why don't you just go get a job? Why don't you just stop stealing? Or why don't you just do this? Why don't you change yourself this way? Why don't you tell my mama? Why your mama don't?
No, don't get it so don't fall.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, do it.
I was noticing it. And then sometimes you would get people and they on the assignment. And depending on what the assignment is, they can't really express themselves to you. But as being that person, if you can't express yourself to me, how am I supposed to know how you feel? And if you being nonchalant and wish-washy, then how am I supposed to know what to do?
Nonchalant is crazy.
Like, me being faithful and loving to somebody who don't show no type of affection is crazy. Because like they say, like, actions speak louder than words. What are you showing me? That you don't give a fuck. And then when I ask you, you basically coming up with an answer that reflects that you don't give a fuck. But if I say you don't give a fuck, then you saying that I'm not telling the truth.
Hey, bro. Hey,
It's crazy. But I was just thinking about all of that. Thinking about the way that people will actually treat you and look at you and be weird towards you because they did something fucked up to you. Something that they just don't want to admit to. Because they know that deep down inside the shit was wrong as fuck. And it'll make them feel some way about themselves. And then if other people was to find out about it, they'll feel some type of way about them too. And they wouldn't want to feel no way. They don't want people to know their true colors. They don't want their mask to fall off. Is what I'm saying. And now that's what I'm starting to go through. Like, when I used to go around people, it'll be them trying to use scare tactics and stuff to bully me or make me feel some type of way. But now when I go around people, it's like, oh my God, she know what we did to her. Oh my God, I wonder, does she know? Like, oh my God, she's still talking to us, so she's not mad, or is she mad, or do she know, or she don't know? We don't know how to act around her, or let's be fake. And it's like, no, you don't got to be fake around me because I'm not fake around you. Yes, I know what you did. Get out the grass for y'all be itchy. Then when I say go in the house and take a shower, y'all gonna act like I said go to walk down that fucking road. Anywho. Come on, Cosmo. And Lavin. Where is Lavin? My damn grand dog is over here next door laying on the porch like this day porch.
Cosmo over there. I'm gonna laugh.
But yeah, shit is crazy. I just be peeping stuff. And I was talking to Tobias about it.
He coming. Cosmo coming. Lavin! Lavin, where are you?
I enjoy expressing myself to him too, even though he be pissing me off a lot because he be cutting me off and he don't listen. It's like now he's starting to listen. And
What is he? Need to watch
crazy.
our grand dog. 11.
Anywho, let me find Lav. I gotta find my grand dog, so I'm about to get off here, but I just wanted to jot that down. Lavin! I just wanted to jot it down because
Lavin! Cosmo,
you can tell. You can just tell when people did some foul ass shit to you. I want some ice cream.
Me too. I think we still got that Oreo one, and I want some.
Laugh. Can you stay your ass? Bro, right here. Well, I got both my grand dogs. Let me take them in the house because I ain't about to chase them. These people taking their groceries in too. Where they go, dude? Oh, I see him.
Mark, go.
Right, grab Lavin because Kylo.